Hey, how's it going, everybody? DM Fordstillwater here, bringing you another episode of Monday Night Brew. We've got our guys here tonight. How's everybody feeling tonight? Ready to get some dice going?
Ready to roll.
Absolutely.
Nice, nice. All right,
Normally.
all right. When we last left off, our adventurers had found themselves in a brawl with a person they had once saved. But through the chaos and the confusion of the battle, it seems that possible a light at the end of the tunnel. As we bring ourselves to this episode, we find Trip with some lost friends of his, Clouds and Kendar, people from his past, walking on the scene of battle where Steve, Jay, and Kendroth are all talking with some city guard. As they approach, the city guard breaks off, and they find themselves face to face with some friends. So, Trip, what do you think of the scene in front of you? Seeing Shell's body being picked up and others being taken away.
I'm just kind of what just happened, and why is all this going on? And then I look over. I'm assuming, did Cloud come with me?
Yes, she did.
You know, Cloud, are these the guys we were looking for? This guy I know. This guy I've seen. I don't know what all the guards are doing, mixed up in everything.
Cloud, the person he's talking to, she looks around and looks over and sees the guards heading off the other direction, and she sees Kendroth standing there and looks over to you and says, "Yes, these are the ones. That was the one that Shell was talking to in the bar I told you about."
Yeah. So he's the guy that came looking for me. Like I told you, I don't know how they found us, but they found us. And old Steve here, he seems okay. We fed him a sandwich and everything was all right, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure how they found us. They shouldn't have found us.
As you say this, you look over at Kendroth, who is leaning up against the side of a building, bloodied from the battle, pistol in hand, holding himself up, kind of swaying. And you watch as Cloud starts whispering under her breath and her hands are moving in a slight motion. Kendroth sways back and forth a bit. His body starts emanating a black smoke coming off of it. And she looks over to you and says, "He's been cursed. That is how they found you. This is dark magic. Very ancient and old." And she starts casting another spell on him. Not Carly. What was her name? Dadgummit, I need to write it down.
Karen.
Karen, she comes sliding around Cloud, a tabaxi female, and then quickly pounces on Kendroth, lighting him up with some small punches, almost as if acupuncture with her hits, dropping him and then slowly catching him as his body is being convulsing from the magic as the enchanting from Cloud gets louder and louder. After a few moments of what seems to be intense hours pass, Cloud stands there, heavy breathing. "I wasn't able to fully remove the curse. He will need some rest. I will take him with me. Meet me at the Queen of Battle. That's where I have spare bedrooms at. We're heading there now." And Kay looks up and is carrying Kendroth, what seems, oh so easily.
Can I?
Yes.
Would I be there with them, or?
Yes. Yep. You guys are there with them when this takes place.
So, I wouldn't know who this person is doing the chanting, would I?
Nah.
No.
But
Roll a history check for me.
All right. I am going to ask her though. So when she said that this is like dark magic,
so she was in the middle of casting a spell after she said that. So just to give you.
Well, I know, but after she's done her cast and everything like this, I'm going to ask if this has anything to do with the spells that the children of Kronos would have used.
At the mention of the name, she perks an eyebrow up and looks at you and says, Jay, I've known of you and have heard of your exploits in the Grove. My sister Gaia you are her chosen. I know much about you, my friend. As far as the children of Kronos concerned, who knows what all magics and powers they are known to create. For the world is much older than we believe. But enough of that now. We must make haste. Steve, come along. I have your pay.
Good. Wait, I feel like I might have missed something. Why does she have Steve's pay?
Because I get paid.
You do get paid, but why is she paying you?
Because she knows the guy that...
Just because I'm the only one with fans.
Is that like Fan of Knives?
Yeah, there we
Fan of
go.
them?
There we go. There we go.
Anyway, so yeah, not deciding. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but so are we all following her back to the inn now?
Yes, if you guys choose to.
Because I just, whether we follow her right now or not, I need to tell Cloud, keep him safe. I can't help him today, but I think I could help him tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
She gives
As
you...
cryptic as that may be.
Yeah, no, she looks you over and says, have you been studying your math?
I have, but I need a little rest before I can try it.
All right. During most of this conversation, she is walking back towards the Queen of Battle. This building here. When this battle ended, it was close to dawn. So by the time that you guys have retrieved yourselves and made your way to the Queen of Battle, the sun is risen. It is about 7, almost 8 in the morning.
Look what you did, Steven. Now I didn't get a full night's sleep.
It's not my fault.
The chicken was good. Thank you for the chicken, though.
I made you chicken?
No, it was George that gave me the chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Steve doesn't know how to cook. But George cooks good. I wouldn't eat any of Bob's cooking.
Well, it tasted good, so I'm sure it was George.
It was probably George. Good job, George.
I think your guys' tokens are unlocked.
You want to share
Oh,
that?
wow,
map?
that's like in a small... Oh, no, never mind.
I don't even see my token. Oh, never mind.
There
That's
it is.
Where are we at?
Bottom center.
No shit.
Oh, you guys are
This is the
reached
Queen's...
the Queen of Battle. You have reached the
Yeah.
Queen of Battle. Tell me,
Is that
does
the
it make...
tavern?
Yes.
Okay.
The fancy tavern.
Oh, sure. Alright, so... What are we doing, guys?
So is this where Cloud brought?
Yep. Cloud is in this room here.
Okay.
She arrived ahead of you. She used a bit of magic to spirit her and Kay and Kendroth away. What took you guys, an hour to do. They got it done in 5 minutes.
Well, unless you guys have other things, I'd kind of like to go see her and see if she's lifted this curse and found out any information.
You guys are cursed?
You guys were cursed.
Does that mean Steven might be cursed?
Steven could be cursed.
It's
a good question.
Should he go check to make sure he's not cursed? Maybe that's where George and Bob come from.
No, they don't appreciate you talking about them like that. Just because they're not here doesn't mean they're not real.
No, I'm saying that's where they came from.
Well, why don't the three of you come with Jay and I to see Cloud?
Sure.
I was going to go check up on a friend of mine really quickly because I can't do anything about any curses or any help to bring him back to health. I'll just be at the I forget the name of the inn that I was at. What was the name of that one?
I can't remember, so we're going to call it Bell South.
Bell South. It's we passed it coming here. It's the raggedy looking one. And then I'll come check up on you in about a couple hours if that's okay.
Sure. Do you need a room for the night? I'll talk to Cloud and get us room set up.
I do need to have a good rest, so maybe if we have a place here, I could rest and get my wits back about me.
Sure. I'll ask if we can get accommodations.
All right, I'll be back in a couple hours. You can go check on an old friend of mine. I'm going to go back to the inn and check to see if the guy with the hat's there.
Okay, so you're going to go see if Mr. Alabaster Graves is there.
Yes. And then
I'm going to put you here for a minute. We'll put you on pause, and then I'll handle these two guys.
Sounds good.
All right. You guys go ahead. I thought I unlocked all the tokens.
You did. Oh, well, you didn't like me.
Where the hell did you go?
Steve, you and George and Bill and Bob. Let's go see these guys. Oh, perhaps not. I don't know how to get to her.
I'm going to assume
the front doors. That's through a window.
If you go to the left, it looks like there's
that.
a hallway to the left.
Hey, you should come open this door.
10-4.
Knock. We should knock.
Nobody answers.
Nobody's home. That means it's all ours, right?
That's what you've taught me so far, yes.
That's what I've learned, so all right, let's go.
Let's see if we can find sandwiches.
Sandwiches. You guys open the doors. Step in. See a robust tavern. What you guys can see is what you guys can see. The room describes itself. Except for there's patrons about at the tables. The ones with food upon them have people sitting at them. And benches by the stage is clear.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm getting a little sidetracked now, and we'll go see if there is some golden oak to be had. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there, Bob.
No, that's cool. I'm little.
You guys are not, you're what, a half a foot taller than him?
So,
oh yeah, you're.
is there a barkeep around? That's actually Cloud, right? So I'm assuming there's nobody. Is anybody keeping bar?
Right now at the bar is a taller woman in her middle years, kind of lengthy though. She has a dirty apron, sly smile, and her hair is reddish gone gray at certain points. Human. She's standing there and she's kind of eyeing the two of you as you kind of bebop up to the bar. Like, hey, what's going on, ma'am? She looks, breakfast will be done here in a bit. I might have some leftover porridge from the early risers. What can I help you with? And she's kind of like dry washing the dish, looking at you.
Just if you have like a bite of bread and a wee bit of ale, I could get the day started good.
I got that.
And whatever my friend here, Steve, needs, and his buddy George and Bob.
What do you guys want?
She kind of walks over to the bar and because she's so tall, she kind of looks over and doesn't see two other people.
Oh, they'll be in. You'll see them. I kind of give her a little wink and odd eyes.
Says, all right.
I'm going to take the best ale you got. George, he wants milk. I don't know, he's weird. And then Bob, he likes, if you have any whiskey.
All right. She says, milk. Milk's actually hard to come by these parts this time.
Why is that? You guys don't have cows?
No, we have cows. No, milk's kind of hard to get right now. And she puts the dish down and then she walks over and she grabs what you want and says, 3 silver. And she gets some goat's milk, sets it down. Her finest ale, and she's like, BBG's Blessed Berry Brew. And then a shot of some whiskey. Lays it all out there for you. She said, I ain't got no cow, it was milk. Got goat's milk.
Oh,
Starts
milk.
picking up a dish, and she says, 5 silver.
Okay.
What are you doing around these parts? Stranger?
I think she's talking to you.
So we were just we're just kind of on our way somewhere else, and we're looking for some rooms for the evening. We've got a friend that stopped by to see his lost uncle, and he'll be joining us later this evening. So if you've got 3 rooms, we'd like to have them for the night. You're okay bunking with George and Bob, right, Steve? You guys can bunk together?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'll be glad to pay for everybody's rooms.
You pay for. And the barkeep just starts kind of laughing. Oh, I'm sorry, Trip. I just couldn't do it to you. And then you see the barkeep sitting there, kind of hold hands like this, slide them in another direction, fold them up, and then in a puff of smoke, it turns into Kay. And she's like, I just couldn't do it to you no more. She's like, oh, thank you. Thank the maker you made it.
Kay, my friend.
What took you so long? Are you that old? You couldn't get here faster?
I kind of forgot some of the incantations that you guys seem to recall. So you might have to get you and our buddy Cloud might have to teach me a few more things. Maybe I did not learn everything that was to learn down in the.
Remember though, the path that you was able to find down there, you can still use it up here. Don't forget, you know your way. Yes, Cloud is in the back. She's tending to your friend. If you guys want some foods and other things, just go ahead and ask. I've already got the chef in the back making up a few things. The tables are open, and yes, the rooms down at the bottom have already been set up for you and your friends.
Awesome.
You wish to go ahead and rest.
Really appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep, Cloud is in the back. But
All
Steve,
right.
if you would stay for a moment, I would like to talk to you, if you please.
Steve, you guys stay here. I'll be back in a little while. I'm going to go check in with an old friend.
All right, so you're going to go down. Yep. After he leaves, she pulls out a sack of gold, sets it down. She says, "That was a good job finding Shell last night and getting that evidence that we needed. We knew that having you work with him and try to get the things done to get done, it was good work. Kind of coming out of the blue, though, and then just presenting yourself, the night of all of this happening was very unorthodox.
There's nothing very orthodox about us.
I see this. Well, Steve, George, Bob, pleasure meeting you. Oh, yes. If you do make it across to my home country of Dutrea, there's a small village along the Heemland Mountains. There's a war priest there. If you can kill him, these people might be interested in you." And she reaches up her sleeve and she pulls out a card. And then she kind of flips it, and it's 3 cards, all jacks. And she sets it down, and she says, "All right, sir, you should go talk to Cloud now."
I already know what she's got, so I'm gonna grab them and kind of like slowly take them off the table so nobody else really pays attention. Put them in my pocket and be like, "All right, I will do that. But can you write that down on a piece of paper for me?"
She says yes, and then hands you a scroll. Contract given.
Thank you.
All right, so you're moving down. We'll go do this real quick. Trip, you walk into the room and you see where the bed would be is actually a table, and Kendroth is strapped to it, and there seems to be circles of magic around it, and there's a circle above it that seems to be pulling something from him. And he is not quite enjoying it. And Kendra, Cloud, deep in concentration, but yet she kind of peeks an eye open and says, "Yes, come in. I can keep my concentration for now."
Are you hurting him? We know he was a captain of the guard, so he must have been trying to do the right thing. Have you heard? Has he been conscious at all and given you any information?
Unfortunately, the magic that has been woven into him it's a very nasty thing.
Keep going.
The magic that's been woven into him is a very nasty thing. I hadn't realized that Shell was a master of the shadow magic. I'm even curious to know if the thing we defeated, or your friends defeated this evening, is the true Shell. But either way, the layers and layers of whispers that have been placed in his mind, and the things that he's thought he has righteously done and has not, but there is so much good in him that he has been and always will be a true citizen of Anheuser. I will help him, but it will take some time. But you have some questions, so ask them.
Yeah.
That's what you hear, Steve, right when you come walking in. If you have questions, ask them.
So what? Tell me, how could Shell have done this? Where could she have gained that power and that knowledge? And why would she want to hurt me? She was close to Hornridge. I don't understand.
From what I've gleaned through some memories of Kendroth, and from the account of the battle, that shell was broken by the members of the Eight Shadows. The thieves gang that had captured her along the broken road, the thing that you guys saved her from, apparently it was too late, for her mind had been broken during that time. The atrocities that were done to her snapped something inside of her, and a deep loathing and hate for Hornridge, for him not personally coming to look for her, drove her to certain atrocities, to dabble in dark arts. She was always a brilliant researcher and delve into some of the darkest secrets that was around in the name of Anheuser. She just couldn't take it anymore after that thought that Hornridge had left her. So I think she is conspired with the children of Kronos to help bring down the fall of the Red Suns and Anheuser. And it seems that she has used many different agents throughout the Crimson Suns to help bring this down. I don't know how far the taint goes, but I know that the true citizens stood up and fought for the right to rule Anheuser. As I told you before, we have a year and a day before another battle will be waged.
Right. So we need to get to oh, dang it. I can never remember what that...
You're still looking for the missing ingredient for the Allspark formula.
We need to get to the taint.
The strange material Lundanium, an unknown element. Kay says that she believes there's a mountainous region on her continent, from the country that she is from, that might hold the answers that we seek. I would suggest talking with her again. I have at least acquired a map for you. From there, my friend, the journey is yours. I will try to save your friend and help him out. But for now, I ask that you rest and leave me to my work.
Okay. I mean, do you think, I've been studying a little bit, Cloud. If you think it would be helpful, I can try to come back in the morning. I've got to do a little more studying and definitely would need some rest to prepare the spell.
Trip, I have no doubt in your powers, and I know that you speak truth. Yes, I will need your assistance to help finish saving your friend. So go, rest.
So I need you to reshare it. So I crashed, sorry.
Oh, no problem.
If you can reshare the map, I'll move my guy a little. Because that's kind of what I need, I think.
Big bastard.
And I'll go back in and talk to Kay a little until Jay shows back up, and kind of, hey, Kay, give me some background on where you're from. Tell us, what dangers may be lurking and that kind of thing.
Did I click the wrong one to keep you from moving?
Maybe. I don't know.
I got you. All right, with you coming back out, getting ready to go talk to Kay. Steve, you hiding in that room there for a minute? You can if you want to. I'm not going to stop you.
No, I want to go to the casino.
Okay. All right, with that, we're going to go to Jay, and see what he is doing. All right, Jay, I don't have another maps, do I? Hold on. No. No. Give me 1 second. Jay, I dropped you on the map. Did you find yourself? I shared the map for everybody. Jay, did you find the map?
Yes.
Let's see where you're at. All right, so this early morning seems to be have a...
I don't see myself on the map, though, but I do see the map.
I think if you double-click your character icon in the top...
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Never
That
mind.
brings you in.
Yeah.
You zoom out.
I'm at the bottom of it, yeah. I can't remember which one I thought.
Right there where the circle is at.
All right, I'm going to head over there. Oops.
All right. You walk in early in the morning, and sitting there at the table is good old Alabaster Graves. Yes. How are you doing today? You see him sitting over there by the fire. His feet is up. He's looking around. He's got his pipe. He's kind of pointing with his strange derby hat. The same woman barkeep behind, she kind of waves at you in the morning and says, strange you didn't come down from the stairs.
I did last night, but unfortunately I didn't make use of the room last night. Long story short.
Yeah, when I went to make up the bed and wake you for breakfast, I saw my bed was on the ground and some of your pack stuff was left in there. I just kind of left it as is.
Okay. I'll clean it up. I'm just a little hungry and figured I'd come and see if Mr. Gray would like to join me in some breakfast. And I look over at Gray and say, "Are you hungry?"
You're gonna, well, by the size of your stomach divided by the height of your waist. She's probably gonna take Yes, ma'am. We're gonna take 4 eggs, some leftover chicken, and 2 loaves of bread. That sounds about right to feed you. I got a little bit. Yeah. That's what we'll need, ma'am. Yes. Come sit, man. Sit.
That's for me. But what are you gonna have?
Oh, well, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Come sit. Yeah. And now if I take and I divide the math by the 37th power, and then I flip the inverter to bring in Ifrit's true power. Well, you're still standing there, man. Why? Why are you still standing there? Come sit. Eat your food. She's coming.
I go sit with him. So what's this math that you're doing divided by?
Oh, math. Yes. The universal language. Everything understands math. That's what universal language means. Yes, no, you see, my friend, I'm a creator and inventor of things, and my mind is always turning, burning, and sometimes my mouth goes right along with it. As you can see, I enjoy talking.
And I enjoy listening.
Well, see, unfortunately, though, not too recently, I if I divide the power by the 9th one, and then I can turn the turbine to... recently, I let my mouth kind of override my ass a little bit, if you could say. That means I made a dumb bet. Or maybe it was a brilliant bet.
What was this bet?
Well, you see, as I said, I'm an inventor. I create many things. And I've created this wagon. It's almost a wagon of war. But truly, no, it'd be...
wagon of war.
Yes, it's brilliant. I've learned from different tombs and things that I've researched, let alone my own genius. I see it's conjunction between the two. You don't take the life force. No, you work together as a team. See, that's what working together is a team. Well, yes, no, as I was saying, yes, I have my creation. Would you like to come see my creation after breakfast? I will show it to you.
I would love to see your creation.
Yes, okay, yes.
I might be able to help you.
Ooh, yeah.
I take metal and make it into things.
Wow. So you know some forging skills. That's yeah.
Yes.
Good with the tinkerer's tools, are we?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see about that. All right. Well, here's your
Maybe you could
breakfast.
teach me
Here's your
some maths, and that might help me with my.
You want to learn math?
Well, that might help me with some of my tinkering.
That it will. That it will. Oh, and with that, you know, he kind of just sits back and fades off. You know, that look kind of glazes over his eyes where he is now in deep thought about something. Your food is brought to you.
I just start eating while he's gazing, and
Surprisingly, with
I push some
strangely,
food over to him.
yeah, with strangely deft hands, you know, he's kind of sitting there with his pipe in hand, you know, and he's talking, chewing on the end of it, and you always see one hand kind of come up like he's doing some figuring or something, and sitting back, and he just absently reaches right where you set the plate and grabs some food and starts eating it. Kind of looks back, and then he kind of looks you over, and as again, like the previous time you met him, he seems to be weighing you from hair to toenail. You know, complete measurements of you, everything. It's just you notice that this man sees everything. He's kind of strangely fun and intense.
Yes.
All right, after you sit with him for a while and eat. All right, he sits back and says, yes, it's time for me to show you the wagon. You
Yes.
see? And as you guys are walking out, I'm just going to kind of move your character, okay? As you
All right.
guys are,
I'm going to throw a gold, not throw, but
toss the
give
gold on the
the
deal. Yep.
on the counter to give to her and say and ask if you wouldn't mind just holding the room for me. This should cover the food and the room.
She says, thank you, sweetie. I'll keep it right handy for you. So as you guys are walking out, Alabaster walks, you know, upright and kind of looks around, observing, but he's also talking to you as he is going. And he says, well, you see, sir, what had happened was a fellow creator challenged some theorems of mine, and so therefore I had to prove him wrong. But then we made a wager, and the wager was that if I could have my war wagon complete in X amount of time, and then turn around and travel from here to Shinro, the water capital to the southeast of on the continent of Treyu, in 1 month's time, that I would win. Oh, whoops! What am I doing? This is the way we need to go. Come on, back this way. Yep. Sometimes I get myself turned around.
That's fine.
And then you see, sir.
Can I ask about the hat again?
Oh, the derby. It's my hat.
And you said you had friends that also had some hats like that.
Did I?
Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone that would be willing to let me buy one off them?
No, because the only person I know that has derbies is me, because I make them. I've never seen them before. See, derby is what I call a hat. And as you guys say that, and he says, wait a minute, sir. Well, real quick, these old bones, it's hard for me to get this door open. Do you mind lifting it for me there?
Lifting it? This door lifts?
Yes, it's a big, like, almost bay door.
Okay, so
it looks like it's metal. It looks pretty solid, too.
I will reach down and lift.
Strength check?
I wanted the 11, but that's okay.
No, you can't get the door up. You're like, I got this, and you bend over and you're like, heave, and the door comes up just a little bit past your knees, but then you got to let go. Your form was all off.
What did you do with this door? If you know what we could do with this door? I just thought of something.
Then
I
he kind of
saw
looks
this
at you.
contraption with gears. And if we make a metal gear, put it on top of that door, and then make a bar, then we can put a chain on that gear, and that would help pull the door up.
I says, yeah, you are correct. But you see, sir, the reason I'm not needing your talents for your brains in creating something, I need your brawn. I need your strength for this run. So let's see if we can open the door.
Okay, I might have an idea to open the door. Can I use my crowbar and like wedge it to kind of give myself a bit of leverage to at least get it open a bit, and then kind of work it up and keep wedging anything I can around?
You can wedge the door open with one strength check to get a better handhold to give you advantage on another strength check to get the door open.
Okay. All right. So I have to do a strength check to wedge it open. Oh my goodness. Seriously? I love it.
You find yourself being very frustrated at this situation.
So I'm going to rage because I'm getting mad.
And as soon as you start raging and the crackling starts coming off of you, you inadvertently, as you look and you reach down to grab the door, throw your strength check.
It would be an advantage.
With advantage, yeah.
Watch it be a nat 20. Are you kidding? I don't even need what a...
You are on the cuspid of rage. You know, the electricity is starting to crackle around you, and you look over and Alabaster's like, yes, I knew I chose right. And you fling the door open. And when you step in, you see this strange mechanical monstrosity before you. This strange wagon with slits in the front, with wheels on it. Some strange contraption in a large crystal, glowing a blue and then sometimes red. And then this machine hooked up to it, pumping through these pulleys and pipes into this other machine at the back of it.
I'm going to look it over because metal is kind of what I like working with. So I'm just going to admire the system that he's got there with pulleys and try and gather what I can from it. But I'm not that smart to be able to. I'm smart enough to understand what's going on, but not smart enough to kind of replicate any kind of stuff. Does that make sense?
So as you walk in and you see all of that, you are in awe of it.
Yes.
To the point
and
of
I'm
like, what?
I'm like pointing and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I'll go to another spot, like I don't know.
And so with that, we're going to go back to our other patrons and see what mischief they can find themselves in the Queen of Battle. All right, so Trip has asked to come up to the bar and speak with Kendra, Kay. We're just going to call her Kay from here on out. All right, you two roll initiative, and let's see which one of you guys, what happens first where. So as you're sliding up to the bar there, Trip, with lightning fast speed and a sheer drive to make money, Steve just kind of fades away into the flickers of the torchlight inside the tavern and then reemerges amongst the casino that at this early morn this table has patrons and this table has patrons. The other tables are empty. And there is somebody always at the gambling wheel. There's nobody playing the games of chance, and the sidebar is not open. It's like 9 in the morning. You know, I wish I had the name generator and look generator like we got on Traveler.
It's just the D66 module, I think is what it was that Clayton got.
D66 module. I wonder if I got that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have that.
I don't think you.
No, might have to look into that. Might gonna have to buy it. So what do you do, Mr. Assassin? The bar.
Since there's nobody to rob from, I'm just gonna gamble.
All right, where are you gonna go? Which table? This table here has 3 patrons, and they're playing what looks like Hold'em. And then this table down here. All right, the Wheel of Chance. Whoops. You moved it and fucked me up. Go ahead and move your... Here, you want to move to here?
Yeah. That works.
All right. So it's kind of like roulette, but it's 3 of 12, and you want to score at least a 20 or higher. It's a goal to bet.
Okay.
So 3D.
So roll.
Yep, roll 3d12. Your score's got to be 20 or higher to win your bet. So you want a gold.
Yeah. I'm gonna bet 10 gold.
Ooh, 10 gold, big winner.
All right, I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here and just keep doing this until Trip comes and gets me, or I see him leave, or somebody shows up that I can rob. Or I mean, quietly acquire their funds. I like that better. Yeah, I'm gonna pass my turns. Not there. All right, that's all I'm gonna do.
All right. So Trip, you come up. You got your notes open? Disappears. All right. Oh, you're muted, bro. I can't hear you.
Just chatting away. Yeah, so, I kind of just want to pick her brain about, where she's from and the best road for us to travel if we're going to I know the Londanians, the stuff we're going after, but I can't remember the name of the continent she's from.
You'd be heading to the continent of Dutrea.
Dutrea.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of get some background information for our trip. I know that Cloud said they were going to prepare some maps. And then I don't know hey, I've been out of it a little while you and Cloud were trying to clear my name. What is there other things that we need to take care of before we hit to Detroit?
She, come on, dadgummit, there we go. She looks over at you and says, yeah, there seems to be a few things that need to be handled before you go, but we will try to help with most of those things. Now, what Cloud tells me is that you have deciphered the Allspark formula. I don't know everything about that, but I would have to believe that it's going to be an insane process even after we get the Londanium. I need to know from you what we need to even start that process. I have the maps here, one of Treyu and Dutrea, and a generalized world map that I can share with you. But I do not know the intricacies of what lays in each parts of the land. And it's been so long since I've been in Dutrea that many things have probably changed in my absence. But I will share with you what I know.
Any people you may know, or families, or old friends that may help us along the way?
I do know that there's a monastery at the Black Eyeshire Mountains, Black Ash Ire. That monastery there will probably have knowledge on where to find the Londanium. Like I said, my tribe was from that area, and though my tribe has been gone for a long time now, we used to speak and work with the monks there and get strange and precious metals from them that my people were able to craft into great works of art.
Nice. Any of those about here in the city that we could see? I'd love to see some artwork from your home.
Unfortunately, the civil war that rocks Dutrea had most of my family's and my tribe's art either confiscated, melted down, or destroyed, or used as tools of war. There's not much left from my tribe, and truth be told, I don't even know if the monastery still exists.
Well, if we find anything that I think you may be interested in, I'll bring it back. What do you know about anything that you guys found out about Shell or anything before? I know hopefully we'll find out some more in the morning, but anything about his travels prior to trying to track me down that you found out? Not Shell, sorry.
Kendroth? The half dragon.
Yep.
She looks at you and says, yes, he was a true citizen of Anheuser, one of the 12 guard captains that oversaw different sections of the city. From what I've heard and what little bit of information I've been able to glean in such a short time, is that he was well liked by his men, and his disappearance caused a lot of alarm. But it seems that maybe he is now on a different path. In this world, times are changing for maybe the better. I believe not, but who knows?
I think we can get him back on his true path. Cloud seems pretty certain, and I've got some things that I learned along the way as well that I should be able to help. I need to go study, actually. keep a clear head and get a good night's rest.
And she looks at you and she says, "You do look exhausted. I still believe you have not taken rest since your altercation in the streets. The battle must have been rough."
It looked it. I arrived just towards the end, but there sure were a lot of people bloodied. So I'm gonna check in on Steve, and then I'm probably gonna go find a room. You say we're down here, and I point down the hall.
So yes, the last 3 rooms, if you're walking down the hall on your right, are your guys's, are been left for you and your friends.
All right, thanks, Kay. I'll catch you in the morning. I know it's early yet, but I need rest. So I'm gonna go just kind of check in with Steve. I'll throw a few gold down on the wheel to make him happy, so he's not playing alone, and then check out.
All right, so what? Yeah, it's 3d12. Roll a 20 or better.
Oh my God. So I'm doing 10. Let's see what we get.
Oh, boom, boom.
You have to do better than me, Steve. Maybe here I'll give you a few of my coins. Maybe you can turn it into something. And so I'll give him 50 gold that he can play with through the night.
I just lost half of it.
No.
Oh, you're starting off rough. Make it back for me by morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still early it's 9 in the morning. If you were to take a short rest, because you didn't get into any altercation, actually, what I'm thinking, gentlemen, if anybody else, we've hit the hour mark here. If everybody would like to go ahead and take a 5-minute break real quick, and then meet back.
Yep. That works.
If not, we can keep rolling. It's up to you guys.
Either way. I can go either way.
You're the boss.
All right, well, we'll roll it for a little bit longer. Get you guys back together, and then we'll go from there. All right, so Trip, you move. You head off to the room, go rack out for a little while. Steve, how much more longer you spend gambling?
Till I lose all of his money or win enough money to not tell him. So I'm at 25 gold pieces now.
A true scoundrel.
Let's see. Bet 10.
Ooh, got it.
Right now I'm in bet 5.
Ooh, we got it. Is Steve on a hot streak?
2.
Steve might be on a hot streak, y'all.
20. Good God.
Womp, womp, womp.
Again.
Don't you get like a bonus to sleight of hand that you could like change one of those dice to like
Oh, you're so smart. It's 9 in the morning and he's just going to bed?
He's going to go take a short rest.
Wow.
You're starting to feel the parts of fatigue too. You've been up for 28, 29 hours.
Okay, I got some drugs.
Still side effects. Ultimately, the choice is yours.
His last 4 gold. And I made it back.
You gonna throw any more hands? And are you going to get into your stay awake?
You're echoing.
Oh no. Has it stopped? Am I still echoing?
Hold on. There's like a 15-second delay, so.
Okay.
Yep.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's long. Yeah. I heard it.
Oh man, that stinks. One of these days I'm gonna get this all set up right.
Yeah, it's just, well, use broadcaster, but I would think you just have to turn off the microphones to one of the spots where they're coming from. Oh my god, that's annoying.
Yep. If I turn it off the Skype, I can't hear you guys. If I turn it off the broadcaster, let's see what happens when I turn it off on broadcaster.
We'll see. Nope, we're still echoing. And you're right, we can't hear you. So let's just take that break.
Yep, let's take that break.
And we'll figure it out.
All right. We'll be back. Yeah, I'm just turning the sound on now. And am I echoing now? Is it making noise? Am I echoing now? Is it making
We're
noise?
good.
We are good.
Hold
Oh,
on. Don't turn me
apologies.
off yet. We're good. We're
All
good.
right, we are good. And I apologize to any fans and friends watching that was echoey. I forgot to check the messages. Did somebody let us know?
No, I heard it.
Okay. Well, anyways, for
It happened.
posterity. Yes.
No, I heard it.
So here we are back. Dun dun dun.
We're not. We're not back. Unless you did switch it, and I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's about to be.
We're not. We're not back. Well, we are back.
Hi, we're back.
Well, we are back.
All right, so with that, we have Steve. You are still gonna take a couple more shots at some gambling, or are you going to take a rest yourself?
I guess I'm gonna rest.
All right.
I don't know why I wouldn't have rested over the night, but
There's not been an opportunity to rest yet.
You came and got me at the beginning of the night. We went and fought, and then it became morning. So there hasn't been a time to rest.
why would I do that in the middle of the night?
Because that's what you do.
No, I'm good enough to do it in the day.
All right, and to move things along, Jay, you yourself have found yourself, exhausted from the day's events and the evening's events. You go ahead and head back to your. Are you going to go back to the Queen of Battle, or are you going to go to the other end?
I'm going to go back to the other end, just because I have some stuff still there, and the bed's on the floor and all that fun stuff.
All right. So each of you have made your way to some small sleep. You guys will be awarded a short rest. You wake up. Each of you seem to start to stir around 4 in the evening. So.
I'm going to head back to the Alabaster Gray, find him and rejoin him in.
When you awaken, Alabaster isn't sitting there. He stayed at the wagon.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, and he tells you when you leave to head back to the inn that yes, if you have any more friends, yes, I need a full crew. This bet is not supposed to start for yet another a rise of the full moon, so we have some time. But if you have friends, yes, I would like to meet them. I need to weigh them, make sure, yes.
I got lots of friends. You want to come meet him now, or?
No, there's work to be done. There's work. And he starts pointing his pipe at you kind of in the chest, like, no, there's work, go, rest. And kind of pushes you out the door and then closes the door behind you. And that's when you wander off to the inn and rest for some hours.
Okay.
Afterwards, you awaken. Everybody roll initiative to see who wakes first. Jay, you rolled it twice.
Yeah, because I get a bonus to initiative. Advantage, sorry, not bonus.
All right, so
I can't believe he even went to sleep.
I didn't want to. Guess I had to.
So after tossing and turning for a little while, then you're like, ah, yep, I think I've rested. Yeah, we're going to say I rested. I feel better now. Jay, Steve, you kind of kick around the room a little bit. Where you got a hunger in your belly and a taste for some gold. What are you going to go get into?
Whatever my group wants to do. I'm gonna bang on the door until I hear Trip moving around the wall.
What? I'm up. Didn't do it. Who did it? Nothing. What was that noise?
Hey!
Steve. Man. How'd you do at the tables? Did you win me some of my money back?
Yeah, and then I got robbed.
You got robbed?
Yeah, by some female of the night.
I don't think that's called robbed. I think there's something, I can't remember what they call it here.
No. I used my gold for that, but then she robbed me. She was watching me win. She was watching me win, and then.
Okay. Yeah, that's a shame.
Fucking.
I'll have to see if Jay maybe had anybody watching the tables and could tell us who it was.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Not Jay. Okay. Speaking of Jay, have you seen Jay? Where's Jay? Did he not come back in? You said he'd only be gone. Big dude, yeah. He said he'd only be gone a few hours.
In my profession, I've learned that most barbarians are liars, and they're not smart enough to tell time, so.
Well, I don't know. You must have met some pretty bad guys because Jay's pretty solid, man.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying.
Can't vouch for his time technique, but
especially when they're raging.
He is a good guy. So
where do you think he'd be? We should go find him.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll grab something to eat, but let me check in. I want to check in on Cloud real quick first.
All right.
So, how's our patient?
All right. As you walk in, Cloud is sitting in the chair. Kay is standing there. Kendroth is lying now on the bed, sleeping. You see his scaly body looks ravaged. He looks thinner than when last you remember. And you see Cloud sitting in the chair over here in the corner. She kind of looks up and she looks exhausted. And she says, I was able to free him from the curse. Though it was hard work, I was able to remove all the whispers that it seems Shell had placed in him.
Nice.
Yes.
So he's resting now?
Yes, he should be fine by the next full moon, which is only a few days away.
We really need to start traveling, but I guess we have to wait for him. We need to know what he knows, and we could sure use another true hand if indeed we've removed his curse. So I'm going to catch up with Steve, and we'll grab a bite to eat, and then go looking for Jay, who didn't show up. Right?
As you guys are walking out the room here, Kay follows you out, and as you guys are walking through the tavern, Kay hands you a satchel, and in it is a few maps what looks like 1 or 2 books, and then she hands you the satchel, it's got a pretty hefty weight to it. Like you grab it, and you're like, what the hell? And you're holding it, because there's a couple of map tubes hanging out of it and whatnot. There's a drawstring on it. She says, with these supplies here, you should be able to get at least started on your adventure, my friend. It seems that you have a long road ahead of you. Me and Cloud will be nearby to help you out. Truth be told, this vineyard that Cloud tells me about, I find myself strangely drawn to it. But we will see. And she takes herself out back behind the bar.
So I give her a few peaches that we had left and tell her, whisper a few things and say, hey, keep these somewhere for about a month, and when I return, I'll show you how to make something that's almost as good as the golden oak.
The peaches?
The peaches. You got to let them sit though. Just leave them be. Put them in a jar. Leave them be. We'll talk about it in about a month.
She looks at you and says, there's that ingenuitive, inquisitive mind I would love to work with.
So you didn't happen to see our friend come in while we were sleeping, did you? Big guy. You couldn't miss him.
No, your one travel companion, Jay, I've not seen him.
So we'll check back in with you later. I guess we need to go track him down and make sure he hasn't found any trouble here in town. And then we'll be back for. I'm just slaughtering his name, Kendra.
We're just gonna call her Kay from now, or Kedroth.
I can't move my character to the tavern, but as you would have been asking, we didn't find you. Yeah, because I was the second person to wake up. As soon as I woke up, I would have run over to the cavern. So I would have probably been there before you guys got there, or we would have been meeting at around the same time.
No, they would have. Oh yeah, towards the door.
Because they talked about a bit, then he went into the room to see how our friend was doing. So
I've got your character on the map.
Here he is now.
Yeah, I went ahead and unlocked the tokens for real this time. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Oh, maybe you can count.
Guys, stay up on everything we learned.
I think I've found a gentleman that can help us out, and he may have something that we can use on our road. But I need you guys to follow me.
Okay. What did he? Well, okay, yeah. And while we're going out, I'm kind of
Trip. I think you're really gonna like it. It's an amazing cart.
As you say that, as this conversation is going on, and as soon as Trip is like, yes, okay, all right, and you open up the satchel, and then you look down, and you see another one, and he's telling you about this amazing thing, and he is, his eyes are lit up. He is like, hey, you got to check this out. You open up the other satchel that's in there, and it's full of gold.
What?
Yeah. And you wondered, now you realized how heavy it is. Like, what you have in your lap is probably the most gold you've ever seen in your life.
I kind of look over at Steve a little bit, close it back up, and maps, man. I got us some maps for the trip.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay continues going on about this. So, what are you guys gonna do?
let's go see this guy. If he can help us, I'm all for it.
I'll warn you, he's a little odd, but he's probably one of the smartest people. There's just something about him. I think you'll like him. And I'm walking really quick because like I'm excited, like a little kid with candy, like walking really fast and talking really fast, and
So Trip's like running to keep up.
yeah. Come on, guys, hurry! Like, it's awesome. It's
Steve,
you got to see it. You got to see it.
do you follow suit?
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, wrong one.
I'm gonna call to Steve. Steve, come on! It's shiny stuff, and it will be worth a lot of shinier stuff.
Oh, I'm down.
That sounds like it's just up your color realm there, Steve.
You had me with shiny.
And so while we're running, I'm like, oh yeah, Jay, almost forgot. They removed the curse from. I just cannot get it right. Kendra.
From Kendra.
Kendra. He's resting now. It's going to be a couple of days, but I think he's going to pull through, man.
Kendra, the dragon, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
the dragon.
Okay. I hope he realizes what we've done for him and doesn't want to kill you anymore.
Yeah, you and me both. I really hope that.
I think
but,
so.
You know, talking to my old friend Kay, she had a little background on him. It sounds like he's pretty straight up guard that somebody really must have whispered some dirty things to him. So I have good hopes.
Okay.
All right, so
We're here, right there. I'm just gonna try to open the door again.
both of you guys roll a perception.
Whoops, wrong guy.
Are you kidding? The dice love me today.
Yeah. Trip, roll. Yep, roll perception. Trip, as he's been moving and he's like listening and whatnot, though, he's got a death grip on that bag over his shoulder. He's just kind of like holding it, and he's like looking around, like, yeah, yeah, that's a door. What are we doing here? And he keeps looking over at Steve. Then he's hanging onto that bag, looking back around there. Steve, as you're looking around, you know, and you see this huge, heavy door there, you at first overlook it, but then kind of on a second glance through, you see a slide hole for what maybe might be like a key or some type of mechanism.
So I don't know if anyone else has the issue. I can't see the map.
Thought I shared it with everybody. Let me try again.
Well, the map's there. Our tokens are there, but it's black. It's a black screen.
Oh, I've heard that happening before.
Yeah, I've got it. I mean, it's working for me. I can see what you're showing pretty much.
All right, do you want me to try to exit the map and send it to you again?
I'll close the map and then share it again, yeah. I just closed it if you can share it. There we go.
There we go. All right, Steve. Yes, you see a mechanism there. You pull out your thieves' tools. You kind of come up to it. You start fiddling around with it, and then you click it. And then, just as Jay is getting ready to like put his hands underneath it and like lift up, the door slides up into place above you. Like Jay, you almost fall through the door as you're getting ready to set your squat grip and grab the door. You look over, Steve just kind of smiles at you.
Whoa. How weird. I'm gonna go inside.
I'll follow.
I need Trip to roll a wisdom save. At first, when you walk in and you see all of the machines and the books and the tables and everything, you're taken right back to the first time you walked into Hornridge's lost workshop. I mean, the sights and the smells and everything about it just brings that euphoria back to you. It was like almost returning to the 3 years you spent in the foundry underneath of Anheuser, working hand in hand with Hornridge. It's like you're able to hold back tears of loss, thinking of your friend no longer being around and seeing such a beautiful piece of machinery being built with Magitech parts.
Would I notice that he is...
Roll a perception.
This thing is amazing.
Oh my goodness.
You do not notice. You are in such awe of it that you're doing it. Standing on the top of it, covered in head to toe in grease. Yes, you notice the tears forming in his eyes.
Would
Steve.
I have heard him say this is amazing?
Yes, you would have heard him say that this is amazing. But you yourself...
So, as he says this is amazing, I'm looking at like just the parts and how they go together and things like that. And I'll be like, see, Trip, I told you, it is amazing. It's unbelievable. And I think we could use this to help us out.
This could definitely help us out. We have to figure out, we're going to need something to move it with. There's a lot. And he's crawling up under it and sticking his head in and out of things.
And right
and
there,
I'm gonna
stop,
start pointing
Trip,
at...
move back a little bit.
Sorry.
Trip, move back a little bit. No. I'm pointing over here on my own screen like you can see what I'm doing. Right as soon as you get about here, sliding out from a part of the wagon itself, like in between it, this spindly older man who has a strange round hat that has a small brim, for lack of a better terms, a derby, comes sliding out on a workbench, that's got wheels on it. What are you doing here, sir? And how did you get into my door? I had a lock. There's a lock on it for a reason. Alabaster Graves, and who might you be?
I'm going to call out Graves. It's me.
Is that you, Jay?
Yes, it's me.
Yeah. So,
These are my friends. I told you to bring them
Jay,
here.
but you're not. Oh, you're a friend of Jay's. Oh.
Yeah.
That means he likes you. That's what friendship is.
Yes.
But let's see. You're only 5 centimeters divided by the 39th power to the 17th weight. If I had the metric tonnage of this with the combustible size of Ifrit's third power, yes, you might do. Are you handy with tools? That means can you fix things?
Indeed. I can fix a lot of things. This I would love for you to show me around this machine you've got here.
No, this is not a machine. This is what's called a jammer. Learn jammer. That means it has a friend. Yes, this was made for us, friends. Yes. And when he says that, he slides back underneath the wagon there, and you start hearing tinkering and things going on, and then like a slight hum of. And then it kind of goes on a little bit, and you hear hammering and tinkering going on down there.
And I'm going to point, I'm going to go over where Trip is. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to point out at the wheels. I'm like, look how they're connected. I don't think we really need a lot to make this move. I think this can move very easily. And I'm pointing at all the different mechanisms and all that.
So Trip kind of like sticks his head up underneath the thing, looking at the old guy, and yeah. So why did you build this yourself? How did you learn these techniques? And he's
As you
he starts
crawl,
mumbling off some numbers and things too.
and
Some of this
so
stuff is
go ahead.
really new to me.
And he, you're crawling underneath it and you're looking around, and I mean, there's so much different things hanging from the bottom of it. You see the basis of a carriage, but there seems to be like metal riveted underneath the bottom of it, and there's like some wood. Through a little hatch, out pops Alabaster's head, and his derby is still on there, and his beard is kind of turned up just a little bit, I don't know. Now he's upside down, and all you kind of see is the back of his head. And then he's like, yes, these things, I created them. A little ingenuity, a little hard work and dedication. That means it because I'm a genius. That's why. It's because I'm a genius. And then his head kind of pops back up into the wagon. And you hear echoing from the wagon, yes, I made a bet. Unfortunately, my genius gets me into trouble, yes, which means I need a crew. I'll be willing to make a deal with you. If you can get me to the coastal city in 1 month, yes, I will pay you with the glory of knowing that you helped serve Alabaster Graves. Yes, that sounds like a good deal. And his head pops out the top of it, and he's now looking down at you guys.
Mr. Graves, do I get a hat?
Yes, for you, Jay, you can have a hat. I will make you a hat. It's called the Derby, by the way. It's a
Derby,
nice
sorry, yes, I forgot.
Yeah, it's a Derby. Yeah.
So we could probably help you if maybe you could help us. Do you think maybe we could make use of this contraption during our travels, and we'll return it to you when we come back? We've got to travel across the seas for just a bit.
The seas? No, Alabaster doesn't do the seas. He does the
you
land.
don't need to go.
My theorems are all based on the land. If you want the seas, you're going to have to see Graves Alabaster, not Alabaster Graves. That's not me. And he kind of looks around a little bit. And with the contraption. Efreet. Oh, you damn Avatar. Where are you now hiding at? Oh, that's right. There's only one place you can be, in the crystal. That's because you're a genie, you dumb shit. Efreet! And with that, over by the crystal, the color starts waning from blue to red, and then red to blue. And then the crystal starts to hum up. And then Alabaster's like, enough of that, Efreet. Come out, you son of a bitch. I won fair and square. And then the machine starts to shake and rumble, and the smoke pillowing from it is now a typhoon of blue and red, and there seems to be swirling chaos in the crystal. Till finally an image starts pouring from the smoke all around, cascading to the crystal, until then an image of a half blue, half red genie is floating above it. Yes, you fool Graves, what do you want now? Oh, look, you've brought me dinner. No, you fool, Efreet, these are not dinner, these are our teammates. They're going to help us win this bet, you lummox. God, you would think being an avatar, a creature of omnipotent powers and all sorts of those things people talk about, he would be smarter than that. But see, because I'm a genius, that's how that works. Don't mind Efreet. He's a good guy. You just got to know him.
What kind of bet is it you're trying to win, and with whom?
Well, you see, I have a rival. Yes, actually, it's the lord of this place, Mr. Trimble. He fancies himself an adventurer and a connoisseur of the ancient ways like myself. Well, one night at a dinner party, I had a little too much brandy. That means I was drunk. And I sat there and told him about my contraption, my ideas, and he challenged my theorems. How dare he, the whelp? To avail, though, I had let the brandy get the better of me, and I told him that my wagon could travel from here to the coastal city in 1 month's time, something that takes caravans at least almost 3 to 4 months in the best of weather. So Yeah, and he gave me until the waning moon to start, and then I had 1 month's time. Good thing Mr. Trimble is a generous man, because that was almost a year ago. But this waning moon coming, I'm pretty sure him and his men will be angry with me because I've not turned in, let's say, my due diligence. Means I fucked off and didn't do my work. So I need to win this bet, you see, and I believe your skill set band here can help me. So what do you say?
I am quite sure we can help you. I just would like to see if you could help us out once we get you to your destination. If you could possibly loan us your contraption.
When you say that, Ifrit starts bellowing a great laugh. Strange little mortal, you think you can bind yourself to an avatar? Unfortunately, he is a genius.
He's the genius? Or you're the genius?
No, I am not a genius. And Alabaster's like, he doesn't know how to play cards. Foolish. But with that, sir, there's much to be done. I have lots of work to be done. By the next full moon, a day prior to, be ready and meet me here at my workshop, and we will have the wagon ready to roll, as they say. Yeah.
Just after he says that, I'm gonna whisper to Trip. Remember that wagon idea that we had? I think we can get him to help us make that wagon where we don't need a horse, and then maybe he can help us with some of this weapon stuff too. I just think that if we help him with this, he may be able to help us get what we need in our adventures. Maybe not this machine, but maybe we can, between you and him, maybe you can make something that we can use.
Well, and if it's as fast as he says, it'll cut months off of our trek to the coast. We're going to the coast anyway, so
exactly.
It's good all around. I agree. Yes. Let's help.
Then we are in agreement then. Yes, meet me in a few days, and I will have a contract written up. Yeah, it means you can't fuck me in the end because that's
yes.
What it is.
We're quite aware of contracts. We can work through that with you.
Yeah. He kind of looks around and he's eyeballing Steve now, sitting over there on his couch. As he's like looking down at you guys and whatnot, he kind of starts looking at Steve and he's like, oh, yeah. I wonder if Reet, yes. Hey, yes, what is it? Yeah. Their friend on the couch there. Yeah. I think he has what it takes. What do you think? Ifrit starts laughing and says, that's little one. His skills are nowhere near. His hands are not daft enough. Maybe his brain is daft, but his hands are not. Alabaster looks back at Ifrit and says, well, maybe we'll make a wager. Maybe I'll think about that. What do you say there, young sir, on my couch? Do you think you are fast enough to deal with my Ifrit? You're muted, bro. I can't hear you.
What do you guys think? Oh, he's definitely talking about you, George. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we can do that. You don't gotta worry about us, but what, how much gold are we talking here, though? Like, cause we don't totally work for free.
A man after my own heart likes to gamble a bit, does he? He looks over at your bow and says, if your arrow can fly faster and truer than Ifrit's blade, I'll make that bow even better.
Well, what if I don't? You gonna make my dagger better?
No,
I think that's
then
a
you
big deal.
die.
Oh, well, I'm good. I like my life.
At least you know when to fold them, friend. No, I would not do such a thing. Jay has been nothing but a friend to me. The Freet starts billowing a laugh. I do like him, master. He is sensible in ways these other two cannot understand, and definitely, unlike you, has maybe the talent needed to speak to someone like me. Alabaster looks at me. He's an asshole. But if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I have to get back to work. Lots of things to do. You may sit and stay, make yourself welcome, but do not mess with Ifrit. He does get testy sometimes. For now, I must get back to work. Thank you, friends. Well,
I'm
with
going
that,
to
go
call
ahead.
out to Mr. Graves. Mr. Graves, you said that there's a Graves alabaster. He wouldn't happen to be at the coast, would he?
No, I have no idea where to find Graves Alabaster. That's not me. I'm Alabaster Graves.
Yes. But if we wanted to find Graves alabaster, you said he likes the water stuff. So would he be by the cove?
He's now back down inside, and he's like, Cove? Yeah, possibly. I tried to stay away, and then he starts rambling off like a math equation, and you hear some banging of some wrenches and tools.
I'm going to say the trip. Hopefully he's there and we can maybe use his skills too.
If only he's half as smart as Alabaster Graves, then Graves Alabaster could definitely come in handy.
Definitely. All right, Mr. Graves, I'm going to leave you to this because I don't think I can help you with much. You know where to find me. Actually, we'll be at the Queen's living in luxury this night, next couple nights.
It was nice to meet you, sir. And he nods over to the genie thing, and you too, I guess. And
with a big toothy smile, the genie the Jen just kind of looks at you. Its face, perfectly down the middle, one side red, one side blue, just kind of smiles and nods at you as it floats above the crystal.
Yeah, so Trip takes the long route around that guy to leave the building.
And then as we're leaving, I'm just going to say, I have one more stop. Again, I know I said it was going to be an hour. It was longer than an hour, but I think this clearly makes up for for my longer than hour wait. This time I will be less than an hour. I just got to grab my stuff from the inn and settle up my dues there.
I didn't actually add any doors to the thing on it, so this way you guys couldn't just go in there any other time. You're going through the windows.
Steve's going to go steal everything.
I've been waiting for it. But do you want to roll versus a genie? I can do it. We could do it, bro. Oh, shit. He wants to do it. Let's do this.
Perception of 23. Stealth. Well, while he's doing that, I'm just going to go back to the where I stayed, grab my stuff. I'll tidy the place up as if I wasn't even there. If there's things like falling off the wall because it was a rougher, and I'm just going to fix things up just a little bit, make it look better than when I got there.
Your room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they gave that monsters a fucking perception score. Like, it gives me a passive perception of 13.
Well, perception is 10 plus 3. So 3 would be it would be whatever you roll plus 3.
Yeah, so the wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
All right, so you're swirling around in there, my friend. You guys step outside and realize Steve's not with you. Chat me what you're doing in there.
So I look back and notice he's gone and shake my head. Oh no, we may be in trouble.
I haven't heard any screams, so they seem to like him. Maybe they're just talking.
Yeah, maybe they are. But maybe Bob came out. There's no telling.
Yeah, if Bob came out, then he could be in a lot of trouble.
So what do you two guys do?
Well, I already said that, what I was doing.
All right, so he walks up to here, talks to you, looks at you, and then Jay starts continue moving. What do you do, Trip?
Man, I kind of want to go make sure he's not going to mess anything up, but I'm worried I'll mess something up if I go. I think I'll just kind of hang around and like, Steve, Bob, come on.
If you hear screams, just holler.
All right, so Jay, you move over to there. Trip, you guys chill. Jay, it takes you all of 1 hour to walk from where you're. Well, hell, don't even take you an hour. It takes you 30 minutes, if that. To get where you're going and do what you're doing.
I guess while I'm waiting around, I'll just kind of waltz around this area and see if I can find, anything that may be useful in our trip or supplies to build my next contraption, any of that kind of thing.
All right. Roll a perception check while you're wandering around out there and everything, because now it's well into the day.
And now I lost him.
I will back in a minute.
All right. Trip, you
I don't understand why I keep missing. I've never missed this much.
yeah, man, you're kind of wandering around a little bit, and you're like, I'm gonna stay right around here, and then like, oh man, what's this over here? Kind of catches my eye, and you're like, and then you start wandering a little bit more, and then before you know it, you're like, where the hell am I? You kind of got yourself a little lost, and you realize that you're nowhere near the house that you were originally supposed to be hanging out around in front of.
So I kind of look around. I'm like, where did everybody go? But then I kind of calm down and remember, these guys, they taught me some things. And he kind of, I can't remember exactly how I know, but I just kind of know how to get back.
As you're sitting there, and you look around and you're like, damn, and you're going through those thoughts. That tent right there, you're like, all right, and then you hear a kind of like coming from the tent there.
Oh, that's familiar.
And then a few seconds later, you hear a.
Got it.
As you walk into the tent, the tent flap closes behind you, everything goes pitch black. The world starts doing a 180. You're like, you feel like you're upside down. Left is up, right is down, north is west, and everything is spinning, and you feel yourself discombobulated when everything kind of comes screeching to a halt. And then you're sitting there in a chair, and sitting across from you is Hornridge. And he says, "Which one are you? Tell me I found the right one this time."
Oh, I am the right one. I'm Trip. And I show him my arm, show him my tattoo. You should recall giving this to me.
So I know, and I remember the last one I ran into, though, was surprised to see me.
Well,
and then he looks at you, and you hadn't realized it, but you're crying.
I mean, I'm surprised. I'm happy. I'm elated to see, but yes, we thought you were gone from this earth.
He smiles. He says, "I've almost found the right one." So the answer 42 was correct, right?
So 42 is indeed.
Now I must tell you the formula, and this quickly you must memorize the schematics on how to build the purifier. When it is done, my friend, there is something else, but the you I must talk to is not ready yet. Here, remember. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to wham and roll an intelligence save as you come stumbling out of the tent.
Oh no. I have to buy a bow and hunt a fox. Please tell me they're kidding.
You have a major migraine, but you're comprehending complex alchemical equations that fit with the Allspark formula in the apparatuses needed to build the alchemist table that is going to need to be used to create the Allspark formula.
Dude, I've apparently shot 2 deer.
As
My dog is like being slow about finding it.
So I'm like shaking my head, but then like stopping, and so I shake my head because it's hurting, then I stop because I'm remembering something. And I shake my head because it's hurting, and I stop because I'm remembering something. And I look back in the tent to see what that was.
When you open the tent, there's just this old lady sitting there, and she's got a few knives, some ropes, some small adventuring gear. It's old human. I mean, teeth are out. She's just about, "Hi, sweet. We got everything you need for adventuring. We got rope and pinions. What do you need?"
Okay. Nothing right now, but I'll bring my party by shortly. We're getting ready to go for a trip.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. And he just kind of like, I swear I thought I saw Hornridge. And then he kind of collects himself, looks around, and knows, I got to make it back. I got to make it back to where we were. Okay, this is north, and yeah, I'm going to start back south.
Yeah, so you start remembering with the blast from what you had just received, the no direction spell, comes straight to the forefront of your mind. You're like, I need to figure out where I need to be. To figure out where I need to be is the calculation of the times of the sun with the shadow. I mean, and you just start spouting off the mathematical equation combined with the magical for you to know, for you to finish casting spell and know true north. And as you start working your way out, Jay, you have finished cleaning up and went back downstairs, grabbed a bite to eat, and then after about an hour or so, start walking back out. And you see Trip kind of like stumbling around the street like he's had one too many.
I'm going to call Trip.
Yeah. What? Who?
What are you doing? Jay. What are you doing?
I think I saw Hornridge. But
you're wanted for killing the Hornridge. He's dead. You said he was dead. You said you saw him dead.
But then I saw him now. So I don't know which which is true.
Show me. Where
Did
is
I?
it?
Well, I mean, I'll show you, but it's just an old lady now with wares and things for travel.
Did you get into the ale?
I mean, I have been working on my peach brandy recipe, but not recently. And it's, I mean, unless I've really messed up my formula and made it into a delayed effect. I don't think so. I think I really
Maybe
saw him.
let's just go. Where's Steve?
Sure. I mean, you may
Or
need.
George,
She's
Bob.
got a knife. Well, George Bob. Yeah, haven't seen him. I never saw him come out of the building. That's where I was headed when I just saw you.
You were going the wrong way.
Well, I don't exactly remember which way I came.
Just
As you guys are having this conversation, Jay is slowly moving you guys back towards the Alabaster's home.
maybe this stuff might have just reminded you, and you just had a daydream of this.
I mean,
Because
maybe
he was a tinkerer as well, and this certainly would be something that he would have done, from what I have heard.
Well, but the thing is, it really looked like him, and now I remember some things that I didn't remember before I saw him. I remember how to build a workbench, and I remember some more steps in the formula. And these are things that weren't in my memory before.
I don't know, but you were wandering around like you were lost there and didn't know which way you came from.
I mean, I guess it's possible that they were in deep recesses of my mind when I worked with him in the forge, but I don't know. Wow.
Maybe this just opened your mind to it.
It could be. Or it was some really good brandy. I don't know. I mean, either way, I think we're.
I don't know. I'd be careful with that brandy, and it might be worth something if it opens up your brains like that.
Could be.
I'm going to call out for Steve as we get closer. Steve!
Bob!
George!
Steve!
Bob!
Stabobger!
Maybe let Mr. Grave finish, and let's head and get some rest. We got a month travels to get prepared for.
Yeah, and I think I really need to lay down. I've seen a lot or learned a lot or both. I'm not sure.
Maybe you can talk to your friends.
That's a good idea. I wonder if Cloud's ever seen anything like that.
I peek into the window. Do I see?
Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, you go to peek into the window, and when you look in, the window's been ensourced. So yeah, when you look in, it doesn't look anything like what's actually in the house.
Okay, now I think I'm seeing things. Look through this window. Is this a window? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Let me look.
Yeah, as you go walk up and you look at that window, and you look in and you see a small home with a crackling fire, no massive workshop is like what it is in there. And as you kind of like looking around it, you see a few runes etched in the window seal. So tiny that I mean, most people would overlook it and not even think about it. The work that's intricate in it is, you're amazed by it. Yeah, you two guys roll a perception. I don't know why, but just because. Because I don't even think with a nat 20. Yeah.
I see nothing.
You two guys are looking at each other and talking about this window. And Trip, your newfound, you are just now realizing that Jay he's kind of a tinker builder at heart. Like your first travels with him and things, you wouldn't have thought that, but something has changed him. He has grown, like, emotionally and mentally in his time gone. Things that you didn't know that, he found interest in, and you're like, you guys are deep in conversation over the intricacies of this woodwork. Steve, what are you gonna do?
I'm coming around the back of that building, and I'm just gonna put my arm around him and be like, "What are you guys looking at? I want to see."
Whoa.
Both you guys roll will saves, because if you fail them, both of you are screaming like girls.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm jumping like 6 feet.
Wisdom saves. I'm sorry, wisdom.
Oh, wait. That's not
Oh,
a save. Sorry. Not much better. And I get another +1, so it would be 10.
No, I was both of you guys are like, yeah, yeah. Then like, you bend down to get on eye level with Trip, and you guys are like, yeah, dude, did you see that? And what's inside there? What's going on? And the next thing you know, a little face appears like right here, and is like, hey guys, and both of you are like, ah! And freak out for half a second. Jay stands up to his full height, and he's like, don't ever tell anybody that happened.
What the heck? Where have you been, George, Bob, Steve?
I'm Steve.
How are you guys?
We're good.
Okay, let's go back. You need a rest. I need a rest. We need to get materials and everything set up for our month-long travel. You need to definitely talk to your friends. Steve.
I'll acquire some gold. It's a long trip.
Yes, we're gonna need some gold, but I hear there's some place where you can make some bets or something.
Oh yeah, Steve's
Yeah,
been pretty good at that. But apparently, there's a thief that roams around that place.
Somebody stole almost
be
like
careful.
150 gold from me.
Gotta be careful.
In the words of Alabaster Gray, a lady of the night, that's a whore. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you 39 gold to try and get us as much as you can with that.
Okay.
So I give you 39 gold.
So do the two of you guys? All right. So what are your guys' plan? I tell you what. All right. So we are just a little bit past the 2 hour mark. I've drank entirely too many monsters. I need to take 5. Are you guys okay with that?
Yes, that's fine.
All right. All right. Ladies and gents, who's ever watching? We shall return.
That's massive.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Here we are back at it. Players looking at some stuff, and who knows what we could have been talking about.
It was massive, though.
It was massive.
It was massive.
It wasn't my dick. Promise.
All right. So
And that's why our show is 18 and above, folks.
definitely, yeah. That means it's for a mature adult audience. Yes.
Well, that means I gotta shut it off.
Oh shit.
Oh, you didn't tell me it was for mature audience.
Yeah.
All right. So, fellers,
Oh, you just had
what's
to
your
up
game plan now?
Heading back to the Queen.
Yep.
Let me see something here.
We can't hear you. Damn, I didn't have to yell. Sorry.
Hi, Dad.
I can hear you now.
I didn't know we got one for free. I thought I had to buy it.
There we are.
Can you reshare the map with me?
Did you? I just I'll do it again.
I already had it open and it was just black screen.
Yeah, mine went black again too. Oh yeah, you got it.
Can you put the sight on your bow? I try.
Seems that when I stretch it to be the backdrop, it blackens and it messes up for you guys. So there we go.
Damn, I should have bought
All right, you guys gonna go to the casino section? You gonna go to the bar?
bought one. I didn't.
I'm not going to the casino section.
That's Steve's purview.
Where's this room that I can sleep in? And Trip, make sure. I'm gonna ask her before I go there. Are the beds big enough for me, or do I have to makeshift?
No, the beds are
Well,
all big enough.
It was plenty big to me.
Yeah, but I gotta let a little bit more meat than you do.
You should be okay. They were really large.
Make sure you talk to your friend before you go to sleep.
Yeah. So I'll talk to a CK behind the bar. So talk to her. I tell her about, hey, I don't understand what just happened, but I swear I saw Hornridge. And he gave me some information about some things that I have to do before I can make the Allspark formula. So there's a table and some things I have to build. But I really don't understand how I saw him. And I didn't know these things yesterday. So I'm pretty sure I saw him, Kay. Have you ever seen him, or has Cloud seen him since he's been gone?
And you see Kay, she's kind of looking at you now. Her tail is twitching back and forth at the mention of this. I mean, the normal, common, cool, collected Kay she seems agitated a bit, and she says, "You see him how? And you what knowledge did you gain?"
So I tell her the whole thing, right? Blah blah blah.
She kind of looks at you, and then just sit here for a second. And as you're sitting there, you're still rubbing your head. All that information is still being processed. And a few moments later, she comes back with some ink, sheets of paper, and she says, "Write it down. What is it? What did he bring you back? What did he give you? And no, I have not been lucky enough to speak with him. I know that Cloud has even tried to speak to him from beyond, and to no avail.
So I kind of scribbled down most of what I learned, but not everything. I keep a few pieces out, just to kind of show her that it's some new knowledge that I didn't have before, but not really give her enough to build this thing. I just don't think I would share any of that to her already to really do it together.
And go ahead.
I was just gonna say too much has gone on. Trip keeps a little secret just for himself.
So you start writing down some of the stuff, but not all of it?
Right.
So you start, like just the basic design, the architecture look of it, the things that you normally don't have, like the skills in, how to, a lot of woodworking and, heavy construction and, making a crucible for melting iron, making iron, all of these different things are, when you get done, you have more of a image than an actual blueprint of any sorts. And
right.
It shows, 3 giant beakers and, the layout for you to create this. And just looking at it and guessing from how you drew it, it's going to be massive.
So I think I'm going to need your help with this thing, and definitely you and Cloud together. But like I said, I didn't know any of this yesterday. I really think I saw him, Kay.
She says there's many different powers moving throughout the world. And for you to be seen Hornridge and for him to pass this knowledge to you means there's just more things that we do not know or understand. Maybe this is a curse or a blessing. There's only one way to find out. But I do thank you for asking me to work with you, and I will take you up on that offer. As for Cloud, she is already gone. She has put wards and seals on the room to help Kendroth heal, and has already paid up for the room. She has other needs that must be attended to back at Anheuser, now knowing that Shell has been captured or killed. She needs to clear your name, so she has already left.
Well, I was hoping to see her before she left, but I really appreciate the work that she's doing and that you've helped her do. Do you dare travel with us to... we're trying to get some things together, and we're headed toward the coast and then back to your homeland. Do you want to travel with us, or...
And she gains a smile on her face, and she, there's almost a purr to her voice, seeing the sincerity in your voice of asking for her help, and maybe the possibility of returning to her homeland. But then she bows her head and says, "No. There is something inside of me that is just not allowing me to go there yet. A time will come for me to return to my homeland, but this is not the time."
Fair enough. Well, I hope I can bring something back that'll give you some peace.
I thank you. Now, as for supplies, there are many stores and shops here in Rooster. I suggest maybe we go shopping then?
Absolutely. We definitely need some things. And probably some things I haven't thought of yet.
So with that, you guys are... she kind of walks around the bar there and says, "Well, let us be off then." All right, Steve. As you make your way up there and you start looking around, you see that the tables have filled, and the gambling table as rolling got quite a few patrons at it.
Freaking hot.
All right. So I'm gonna look and see who looks like has the most money.
As
Where's he at?
surveying the room, as you walk through the room, make your rounds. The person that seems to be having the most purse that you would say is a young man. A lot of bravado about himself, fine silks and nice leather boots, and he's playing some strange gambling game where it's a stone and then there's a swivel board at the bottom of it, and you place bets on it, similar to roulette, but there is a uh, extra price to pay if you lose, where you get a zap of electricity. And there seems to be a few of his sycophants around him, and there seems to be an older gentleman, seems to be of a noble type character across from him, and they are doing some heavy betting.
All right,
As you move
what are they
through,
drinking?
all right, they seem to be drinking brandy.
Hope it's not my peach brandy. It's not
All
quite
right,
ready.
I'm gonna grab some brandy from a waitress around here. Or yeah, there's a bar right there.
Yep.
I'll grab some brandy, take it over to the table, set it down, and be like, "You guys mind if I join you?"
They both kind of look at each other, and they're like, peasant coppers are good, but it's always the bite that's worth the real gamble. Sylvan,
Bye.
what do you think? George? I think we have it. Let's see, who will cover the wages this time? You? I will. You did last time, Sylvan. And they both kind of look over at you with a smile on their face.
What are we betting? How do
Well,
you play this game?
you see the different slots in the stone at the bottom that spins. You bet
Yeah.
which slot will land in one of the four lights. We rotate, and if your slot doesn't win, depending on how far away it is, you'll receive an electric zap. The farther away it is from which light you bet on for your slot to hit, the more charge of a zap you get. Also, though, if your token hits on the light, we'll pay double.
So I have to do this without.
We'll all pay double.
Hmm.
How?
I mean, sounds fun.
All right, there's 20 slots.
Bullshit. Daniel, I'm screwed.
Yes, he is.
For the simple fact that you cannot.
So I just roll a d20.
Yep, you roll a d20, choose which your number is going to be. The
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna make it drop on 12.
All right, so you're going to make it drop on 12. Let's see if they notice. No, so they do not see your sleight of hand. As it lands on 12, the one that you chose, and both of them 50-50, the 50-50 method. 6%, so both of them had on the opposite side of the chosen number, and they both receive a large zap. And George kind of takes it. Stefan kind of takes it, and then both kind of smile at each other and look over at you. Roll a perception check. Yeah, you would think after receiving a zap like that, there would be some type of charring smell, something to indicate that, they had taken some type of physical damage, something hurt them.
Mm-hmm. But there's not.
But there's not. And you won 10 gold from that roll.
All right.
But isn't it double for landing on his number?
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah,
I thought
he didn't say an actual number that he bet, so.
But don't both?
I made it bet. I made it land on. I picked 12, and I made it land on 12.
You
That's
didn't
what I
tell
was
me how
doing.
much money you were betting.
Oh,
But don't both players end up paying
well,
double?
they double their bet, don't they?
Whatever
Sure.
they
That's
pay,
what
it's-
I got out
it's
of it.
double.
If not, that's fine.
So it's 15
Yeah, that's
gold.
what I thought too.
All right, so it's 50. We'll just say it's 15 gold on this time.
All right.
So give me a number this time to base my wages off of.
Okay, I got you. 10.
All right. So they both put up 10 also.
Cool. That's low. But we'll see.
My driving.
All right. So you want to land on 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. 50-50 method to see where they... And we'll say high this time. No. So, yes, both of them receive a shock. Roll a perception check. You collect their 30 gold because you said, no, it was 10, right? So you would collect their 20 gold.
From each, I would have got 40, right?
Each only put up 10. You put up 10, they matched your bet at 10. So there was 30 gold on the table total. They lost.
But I thought on a win, they paid
doubles.
double.
Well, that's on the exact...
So they would have put 20.
Yeah, fool, and I picked 4.
So you're saying you're making it hit on your exact number both of these times? Okay. All right. No problem.
Yeah. No, that's what my sleight of hand's for.
Yep. So your dead number hit both times. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 2 times they get zapped. Again, no nothing but roll a deception. Oh, you're lucky. Both of them are just still chiming it up to dumb luck. I mean, they're not suspicious yet.
All right. This time I'm gonna take the shot.
All right.
I'm gonna choose 17. So you roll against it, and we'll see what happens.
So you would take a minor shock. But when you
I
get
bet
hit,
5 gold.
yeah, okay, 5 gold. You lose 5 gold. George won the gold. Steven and you get zapped. But the thing is, though, when you get zapped, you take 1 hit point of damage, and you're like, and you smell, where you look down at your finger, it's like red, kind of burnt. The hair knuckle on your hand is burnt off. You're like, what the hell? And you kind of, all right. You kind of look at them, and they're like, it's got a little bite to it, doesn't it? Yeah. Ready for another round?
Yeah. All right.
All right. Now it's George's roll.
Oh, cool.
All right. So George's roll.
Isn't it weird how this is the very first
All right. They both put up 10 gold.
part is bucks.
Yeah,
He
I'll
bet-
match.
The other ones are easy.
All right.
Keep forgetting that.
All right. So roll yours. It landed on 10. George bet on 12. Stefan bet on 8. So yeah, on a legit there, you put it on 10 3 times in a row, and both of them kind of look at you, and they both get zapped. Roll a perception check. And then they slide over 10, 20, 40 gold to you. You're too busy staring at the gold.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
Stefan's roll. He bets 10. He bets on 12.
Okay, what's
George
the
bets
color?
on 15. What do you bet on? Or are you just going to let your roll decide your bet?
Hold on.
Color, isn't it?
Are you
Damn
gonna
it. I keep hitting the wrong button, yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Oop, not that one. That was not the.
Okay, I got you.
And then 19.
All right, you make it on 19. Let's see if they notice you doing anything. Nope, one does not.
Yeah, this reserve you definitely have.
Oh! As you
Everything.
you get it to slide on there, and you kind of like you're grabbing your coins and you're pulling back, and you get your little pinky out there ever so much to hit the table, the spinner to slow it down to where you want at. Stefan kind of looks over at you, and he just kind of slams his hand on the table, disrupting the spin. Kind of looks at you, and the stone starts beeping. Not like beeping, but like pulsating and whatnot. And George is like, Stefan, you know that's against the rules. What are you doing? You're ruining our bet. That is a dead bet. All money
Yeah.
back.
You're ruining this whole table. What are you doing? You're killing the whole vibe right now. Why do you got to do this?
Stefan kind of looks and says, it seems I've lost too much this evening, and starts putting it away. He says, yes, but you have some caliber. I may have mistook you. He says, come, have a drink with me. George, the game is yours. And the man gets up and walks towards the bar.
I'm gonna come over to George, pat him on the shoulder. Reach in his pocket, steal some gold, and say, it was very nice meeting you, sir.
2 feet from me for me to be able to shoot with a bow.
Well, I'll give it to you on this one. All right, but you only get a small purse that's only got like, you don't know what in it yet. And then you move to the bar, follow Stefan.
On my way over to the bar, do I see Trip?
As you're walking, as you move that way there, you start heading towards the bar, you see Trip and, whoops, sorry, people. Kay come walking through. Now, you said you were walking up to, you were going to go check on Steve? Trip?
I said my dog probably needs attention.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Jump over my four-wheeler.
All right, so they're walking up towards the way there, Steve. What do you do?
I'm gonna wave at him and be like, come on. I got a new friend for us to meet.
What? Okay.
Yeah. He seems like a nice guy. What is he? A human? Is he a dwarf?
He's a human. As you guys get up there and Steve is walking towards, Kay kind of stops and puts her hand on Trip on your shoulder and says, you go ahead and speak with your friend. I'll start heading to the shopping market with your permission.
Excuse me.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Tell them. So I give her. I had a little bit of that gold, so I'll give her some of that gold and say, "Hey, set up some accounts so that when we go shopping tomorrow, everything will be taken care of."
Ooh, wait. Here's another 100 gold to throw into that.
And she kind of looks at you as you come running up and hand her the 100 gold. She gladly takes it, gives a slight head nod, surveys the room, and then heads on out.
So, how's the brandy?
I think the brandy's pretty good. Stefan here, my new friend's been drinking it.
Oh, let me have a taste. So how did you where are you from, Stefan? Tell me your story.
Yeah, Stefan, tell us your story. I'm gonna actually put my elbow up on the bar and kind of look at him too. Be like,
He kind of looks and says, you truly are not from around here. It is so nice to meet people that don't know who I am. Though when they try to cheat me at gambling, I do not enjoy that. But your skill
Hush.
was so deft, and he's looking right at Stephen, that I couldn't help but ask what your true name was. As I am Stefan Trimble.
my name's George.
Pleasure to meet you, George. And your friend here is?
My
Oh, that little
name.
guy there. That little guy there. He's Trip.
Yeah, that's
Watch out
correct.
for him. You'll trip over him.
That's why they call me Trip.
Mm.
So you played a few rounds with George, did you? He's a fine man of numbers.
Hmm. Good. Well, I'm leading of somebody with deft hands and who seems to know their way about and can learn quickly. As you see, apparently my name not carrying any weight actually does bring joy. But I am Lord Son of this city. My father is the regent. And with that being said, though, there is something I need someone to handle for me. Though my prestigious guard does keep the city clean and the ruffians at least in beds for the evening.
Do you
And
want us to kill your dad?
dear God, man, no. Why?
Oh,
He will go in his due time. And plus, if I do that, then I will not be able to enjoy games of Salak or chance or all the finer things of being me.
of course you do.
He says, with that, come, have a seat over here. Come, let us sit.
Hmm.
As he sits down, and he orders some.
Stop being so fidgety, George. Have a seat, buddy.
I'm sorry. I've been up all night. I'm ready to just. I'm all antsy.
It is definitely time for a break. You've gone a little too long.
No, I think I'm okay.
So what were you saying, Geraldo? Geraldo, was that your name? Is that correct?
Stefan.
Stefan. That's what I meant. Yes. Sorry. I'm great with numbers, not so good with names. Letters not good. Numbers very good.
Hmm. Well, numbers are something that I pay close attention to. And it seems some numbers have been off lately that I think need to be looked into.
Do tell.
Well, as strong as a guard present as we have here in our great city, it seems some ruffians have been, well, I say, moving in on a few of our marketplaces and asking for protection money, giving the common folk a hard time. Normally, our guards can bust them up and take care of them, but it seems that they've been holding sway ways we don't quite understand. It's almost as if something was whispered into their ears in the way that they believed changed.
Hmm. Just tell me more about that. Are these people that you've trusted prior?
Yes, some of the few, even a guard or two, has been led astray.
You don't say.
Yes.
Hmm. What may have happened prior to their change? Anything recent in
Well,
town? Anybody come through? Hmm. Very peculiar. Hmm.
yes, it seems that there's been a paradigm shift in the back alleys of our great city. And then he looks over to Steve and he says, I was hoping maybe someone of your caliber can help me find a few things out. There are two things that I need looked into. In the South City, there was a small gang, mostly comprised of orphans and young vagabonds, a few older folks. They did most things like run numbers and raid hen houses and small farms along the way. They have seemed to have gone quiet. I would like to know what happened to them. And then something of great ill has been happening. Unfortunately, a lot of children have gone missing in the past month or so. More so than, to bring it to my attention. I believe this could be the work of something nefarious, or it could just be a flu or common cold sweeping through the young folk. I do not know. And though my guards scour through the city, they have not found any leads. Bring me information on this and I'll reward you handsomely. Hey, type in the chat, Jay, type how much gold you're putting down.
I'm not there. I'm just
Oh.
rolling dice, checking numbers, and running them in my head. Sorry, I shouldn't have. I wasn't meaning to roll it in there.
Oh no, I thought you by now you're kind of woke up and was like, and wandered up to the table and started trying.
No,
your luck.
I'm in the room.
He's dreaming of numbers.
Yeah, I'm trying in the room trying to map out like the ideas I have for that wagon that we were going to work on.
Okay. I like it. So what say you guys? Do you look into some small gang and see what has been maybe happening to the children? Some children in the city of Rooster?
I mean, I'm game. While we're out shopping, we can, put our ear to the ground and see if we can learn anything.
Yes,
Won't hurt,
All right, because you guys roughly have a week, a little under a week, to before the wagon will be ready.
What do you say there, George?
Yeah. I think we could totally help you out. But you said your father's the regent of the area, right? Like the lord of the area or whatever?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's what I want to use my sleight of hand on that I did. But anyway, so that means we have vast options of like gold, right? Maybe even some platinum. I'm gonna come in and kind of like give him a hug and be like, this is how my halfling clan used to agree on contracts, and this is how we do it. And as I come off, I'm going to swipe that off his chest.
So you just go in and hug him, and he's like, what are you doing? Get off of me.
So,
and pushes you back.
While he's doing that, like, Trip kind of catches on. And, a quick little shake of his head, but then he looks at Stefan and says, Don't mind him too much. We would like a reward, but certainly we'll do it for the children. But we may need you and your father to help supply us for a trip that we must make.
Compensation is only fair. How about this for agreement? Bring me concrete information or concrete results that the situations have been rectified. And I will make sure that you have the supplies that you need.
Well, I'll make sure you have the head of the person that you need, so you make sure I have the coffers that I need.
Just kind of smiles.
George.
Sorry.
He's got a funny way about him, Stefan. Just hug it out with him. Sometimes he just needs close contact. He feels he's always had that feeling.
My parents didn't love me.
Yeah, we're not sure what's missing.
Stefan,
Even though I'm out looking for my missing father.
he kind of stops and looks at you and says, well, "Who was your father?"
Well, if you knew him, you wouldn't be standing here next to us. We'll just say that. Nobody knew him except his family.
Now Stefan looks at you and he's like, "Now I'm intrigued. But now is not the time or place, it seems. You have your charter. Upon information, come to my mansion in the North City. There, my butler, Graves Alabaster, will see to things. Until then, gentlemen, good evening." And he gets up and starts walking away.
One moment, sir.
Just as he reaches the steps, he kind of turns around and says, "Yes?"
Your man Graves, is he, how long's he been with you?
Graves Alabaster? His family and my family have been... His family's been helping take care of my family for as long as time.
All right. Well, okay. He sounds familiar. There's a man that I know that has that sound, his name's very similar. I would love to meet him. I can't wait. We'll certainly bring you this information. Can't wait to get to help you with the children and get to meet Graves.
Interesting. Well, best of luck. May the 3 moons shine on you. And he steps down the steps and starts heading out.
All right, Mr. Steve, Bob, George, you can keep gambling if you like. I told Kay I'd meet her down in the markets. We've got to get some things ready for our travels.
No, we're good. You see this pin right here?
No, I don't see it.
I'll show him.
Remind me that I don't see it. Continue to not let me see it.
No,
I know.
you want to see this. This pin is what's going to get us everything for free. We're working for him.
Dude, okay, tell me. Wait.
It's like their family crest. It's their symbol.
Just be careful where you wear it. Be
I'm not
careful
gonna
when you
wear
show
it.
it. Okay.
I'm going to use it to get us better deals. Do you really want me to tell the Lord Regent that you're not going to help out an expedition for him?
Good point. Come along. So Trip heads off to the markets to find Kay and to make sure anything they need will be, kind of provided for them, and also to just start asking around about this, this gang and what happened to them. I don't know why he would want this gang to come back, but apparently he's worried they went away.
Roll an insight check as you start to mull over the conversation in your head.
Oh my God, that's funny. Look at the name that I named that note without even realizing it, Jeff. It didn't click until just now that I named it that. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
That's funny. That'll be coming out soon. All right, so you get the feeling that the first gang he was talking about was more of a street urchin type group.
Little thugs.
Little thugs running around. Nothing that was, too major.
Yeah.
And he's some type of strange fondness for them and a overall fondness for his city and wanting to find out why this is happening. From the conversation, you could tell that he was honestly reaching out when he talked to you two.
Okay.
Ooh, I heard a pig. Think I can shoot my gun with that? Oh wait, that's a deer.
So I try to track Kay down, see, and then if I do, I kind of tell her, hey, we ran into the Stefan guy. Says he's the son of the Lord Regent, and that there's been some other strange things going on. And I tell her about, the guards not acting right, and the children disappearing, and this little gang thing. And I say, hey, I know Cloud's gone, but do you have any idea what kind of incantation she made to lift these spells? I feel like there may be others that are under the same spell that Kendrith was under.
All right, so you head out, and then you do link up with Kay. He's not out right now. Steve, you're going with him, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to stay in the room unless somebody comes and gets me.
Let's say, are you guys going to wake him up?
Oh, yeah, probably should.
Isn't it nighttime? Don't we all need to sleep?
That's a good question. Like, I'm kind of losing track of day night because
Yeah, it's
Kay
getting
Kay went out shopping.
It's got to be getting nighttime.
So if it's nighttime, I would probably say let's go hit the sack first, and we'll find Kay in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm kind of feeling this is a good spot to cap the session. What are you guys feeling? Do you guys want to push forward a little bit more, or do you guys want to cap the session here? Because I feel like this is a good stopping point.
We should wait for our friend Kay to get better and come with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can.
That's a good point.
Right?
Yeah, hopefully he will be over his spell by next session.
Yep. So in all reality,
and
the
not
next part
wanting to kill Trip.
Yes, not wanting to kill Trip.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the character. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
It's Rob's character.
Yeah, it's Rob's character.
Okay.
Yep. So, and then the next part, honestly, is just you guys doing some role playing and purchasing the items and heading back to your hideout, for lack of
We can do that. We could get ready for our next adventure. Like we could do our shopping now, so that way we don't start a session shopping.
Well, I was gonna do that behind the scenes.
Oh, cool. All right,
Yeah,
that's cool.
because that's just, I'm gonna give you guys a base amount and then go through the book. I might get your Strongholds book from you and take a look at some prices in that.
All right, I got it in PDF. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that'd be good anyway, so I could research some things. Yeah.
So yeah, those are things we'll do behind the scenes. And then before we go, just to give you a general idea of how long it's gonna take you guys. Let's see. Can you see it on the? Are you guys watching it on the stream?
I can get there.
Or I'll just share this map with you.
Well, either way, I'm there now.
All right, the map I just shared with you, did it come through? Each square represents 100 miles. So, he says in 1 month, his wagon can get you from right here, where the circle is at, to here.
And we're eventually trying to get to this island, right?
Yep, this is it's your end point. And the maps that she gave you is just Treyu and Dutreya. These two.
Okay.
Even though the world map that's shared to you guys, and you could look it up anytime you want to in images, your characters do not have a map of the rest of the world.
We're here, right?
Yes, that's where you guys
circle
are.
is. And we got to get to the white circle.
Yep, that's where in a month's travel by taking the wagon will get you. Like I said, each square represents 100 miles.
Cool.
Yep, and I do want to say though, if you guys do not want to take that avenue of approach, you can travel back through the wood, back through the broken road, through the spine of the Manticore, and then come out through here and then try to go to the land bridge. There is always that option.
I wouldn't mind trying to fuck that Manticore up.
I'm still hoping we can either learn the secrets of this carriage or borrow it for our trip across the sea.
Hey, is this that little village you were telling me about earlier?
Where I drew the cone at.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Way over there?
She said in her home country. And for references, you guys, and those whoever is watching, so where this road is kind of breaks the country up. I need to have another one down here. But that's all Anheuser territory. Up here is all City of Rooster, small trade cities, the kingdom, I said the name earlier, Saran and Saran Minor. And then, of course, the Great Stag Inn, because it's so old and ancient that it deserves its own little spot. As far as cities and things past this area, your characters are not privy to that knowledge too much. Trip, this tower that's right here, that's where your people are from. And somewhere in the Lost Woods, in the ancient dark woods back behind your home territory is a place called Fallen Tree. Yep. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you didn't watch it tonight, hopefully you watch it some other time, because I know I will. I had a great time tonight, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. You guys got anything?
Got a lot of weed.
I do not.
Yeah, that's the thing about Monday.
But
night,
thank you.
You know,
You're the best.
Mondays can be so rough. You know, I mean, everybody hates a Monday, right? So here at Monday Night Brew, we just try to break that Monday up and everybody have a little good time, roll some dice, and have some fun. DM Fordstillwater here for Triple J Gaming. Check us out on all the socials. Also check us out on DM's Guild. We have a few different products on there. We've got a few more products coming out. Check out DM Josh on his Rando Saturdays. He's
It's every other Saturday.
Is it every other Saturday?
Yeah, we're down to a legit schedule now. Instead of doing it every week or every other week.
Yeah. Check out his Trokin.
Well, the season finale is on the... Well, shit, hold on. You keep talking. I'll look at the calendar real quick.
Also, check out DM Greg, where you can also see Penguin of Many Names play Calvin in our Mongoose 2nd Edition Traveler game, which we've been playing for a long time. I'm excited to see an end to the chapter of Icarus and see what's in store for us. Let's see, we got anything else? Yep, our Ratava World Building 3.5 is
it's canceled for now.
Yep, it's on pause for now. Supposed to be upgrading that to Unity, and life happens.
We're gonna have some new players when it comes back, though.
Yep. So stick around for that, definitely. All right, guys. Jay, you got anything?
Nope. Just until next time, may all your rolls be crits and not critical ones.
Amen to that.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey. Season finale, the 17th, 8
Uh-huh.
o'clock. Come check it out. DM Josh.
TM Josh. All right, say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
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 Good night, everybody.